the WWF's purchase of WCW this week and the end of wrestling on Turner Networks will no doubt change the entire landscape of the professional wrestling industry forever. The final episode of Nitro began this week with the surreal image of Vince McMahon addressing the audience. The final scene of Nitro was a music video promoting the Rock Austin match at WrestleMania, possibly the greatest WWF-produced music video of all time. I mean, can you think of another one that would rank up there? Not the sidetrack, but...
Off the top of my head.
No, yeah. I mean, the only one, and it wasn't for a match, it was more of like a person, but it personally got me hyped. I think it was one of the best things about WrestleMania 27 was the Miz Hate Me Now video. I thought that was pretty damn sweet. But anyway, in between, a huge angle simulcast on both Raw and Nitro featured Shane McMahon, quote, buying WCW out from under his father. They made it clear that WCW will still be kept alive as a babyface company under Shane to feud with Vince. Nitro's final match saw
how'd that
Flair...
work out?
Yeah, more on that. Nitro's final match saw Flair and Sting, WCW's two most enduring stars, doing one last shortened version of the match that they've done a million times, and it ended with Sting beating Flair because even to the bitter end, they never realized that Ric Flair was always the face of WCW, not Sting. These are not my words, these are Uncle Dave Meltzer's words.
Well, I mean, once a guy leaves, even if he came back, he forfeits that face of whatever. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know, like, I get it. Flair was the guy multiple times as far as like popularity and whatever, but it's like, for God's sake, like Sting was the most loyal guy in the history of WCW. He was literally WCW made, born and bred, in his career. So I don't know. Why would Flair beat Sting? I realize he was the one that was going to WWE eventually, but like at that point, admittedly, he was out of shape. He literally wore a shirt during the match because he was embarrassed. He hadn't wrestled actually had a match in a while, right?
He had that match we just talked about. That was about it.
Yeah, and he wrestled.
And keep in mind, he wrestled his shirt in that too.
Yeah, go back and listen. He's wrestling like he's about to leave the ring and head right to the hotel at the beach. So, I mean, they were in Jacksonville, so he probably just wore that all day.
He's probably going to go watch his favorite team, the Jags.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. I think he roots for another cat-themed football team, but I could be wrong. Uncle Dave talks about this being the biggest news this week in the history of the business, and not to mention WrestleMania 17 is coming up this week also, which is going to be one of the biggest money shows in history. While the sale of WCW is the big story, there are countless smaller stories stemming from this,